Hi, YouTubers. Ooh, it's freezing in here. Sorry. Today I got a few different messages, and so I finally learned how to check them. I had no idea how to check messages on YouTube. And I didn't even know that I had had messages actually, because it doesn't show up on my screen anywhere that I've seen or found. So it actually came across my phone, and then I just kind of started digging around in YouTube and trying to find it. So anyway, there's like a couple of things that I wanted to let you guys in on. Number one, in 2014, I had been almost done writing a book, and my computer crashed and I lost all of it. So I started again and was really kind of dissuaded by the whole thing. It was just like I was so bummed that I had lost all of that material. And then I was working on a computer my son had gotten me. One of the neighbors didn't need it anymore, and I didn't have to have it online even. I just wanted to, write the book on that computer and then save it to a thumb drive and go from there. And that one crashed too and took everything with it. So, for Mother's Day this year, my kids got me this new laptop. It's a gaming laptop, so it's really pretty cool. Somebody's outside. Anyway, I have my window cracked just a little bit open today so I can have a little light, because this is like my third day of not being to sleep yet. So I had things that I had to get done today. I don't have time to sleep yet, so I opened the window for a little bit of light. Anyway, I'm starting to write the book again. It's important because it's nothing medical in the book. It's a book about fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, which I don't know if you guys are aware or not, but they're considering it one disorder. The scientists that I've talked to say that the only difference between the two is that with fibromyalgia, pain is the number one symptom, and then exhaustion. And in chronic fatigue syndrome, exhaustion and then pain. And anybody that has fibromyalgia knows there's days that those two are switched. And so they really are the same disorder. But anyway, that's what it's about. And like I said, there's no medical advice or anything in it. I have been reaching out to the scientists that I talked to before and the doctors. And I think it's still something that needs to be written. I'm going to follow the same basic format of these are things that never change. These are things that we all have in common. And like my friend Ray on YouTube on here knows, when you're diagnosed, your whole world collapses. You're struggling to, figure out what's what and what is life going to be like. And it's a real scary thing to go through. And I know for myself, I searched high and low for answers, and there just weren't any to be found. And every book that I picked up, every movie that I thought that, oh, this touches on it, and it didn't apply to me and what I was going through and what I was feeling and thinking. And from running support groups for the last, 10, 11 years, I know what's on our mind. Those questions have been asked of me time and time again. And I think that I'm always one that likes to pay it forward and give back. And I think that, I really paid my dues with this disease. Um, and spending so much time alone in my bed in my room. um, I don't want anybody else to have to go through that. I really don't. That's why I don't even hesitate when somebody needs me. Here's my phone number, call me, day or night, it doesn't matter. I never sleep anyway. um, you don't need to be alone. I'm here. So that's the nuts and bolts of it, is that I will be starting on the book again. I need to get a few things organized. So probably after I have Princess Sprout on Tuesday, I'll kick into it more then. Um, it's hard for me. I don't have health insurance, so I have to, when I get a gig, I have to do that gig. I need the money. Um, so between performing and writing, and then Princess Sprout, and then my own home, and try to have some semblance of a life myself. um, I'm not saying that I'm going to have it done in a week or two, okay? So go easy on me, but I am going to be focusing a lot of my attention on YouTube, because there are a lot of people out there that need help. They need answers, and like I said, I'm not shy about sharing my phone number, and here, if you need help, I'm here. Um, so that's where that is. On to the messages that I've gotten. Fibro is really hard on relationships, and I know that firsthand. Uh, when you don't feel good, you're crabby and or bitchy, if you're like me. Um, and you don't want to be bothered. You just kind of want to just lay down and rest. And it's kind of like if you've had that 24-hour like vomiting flu, where you're vomiting and you're like head in a bucket and you're sitting on the toilet shitting at the same time, and it's like coming out of both ends, and you're so weak that the next day it's like you've just been hit by a truck. That's fibro. That's how we feel, is that next day. Um, we're very weak. We can be out of breath. Your heart can do funny things, go real fast and really hard, or kind of like almost skip a beat. There's a lot of weird things that happens to our bodies. And because of that, and not feeling good, we just kind of want to be left alone. We want to sleep. We aren't necessarily real hungry. Um, we just want to be left alone to heal. And the thing is that we're not really asking for anything other than what everybody asks for when they're sick. But the problem is that we're sick every day. And so, you know, we we have to learn to deal with that also. We have to struggle on those days that it's possible to get out of bed and be proactive, with this disease, because if you're not proactive and you don't jump on those opportunities when they come, um, our whole life will be spent in bed. And then you start thinking, this isn't really a life. This isn't really fair to my wife or my husband or my kids, or, they would be so much better off without me. And that's a dangerous game to play in your head. And I know that people play that game in their head because I do. Okay? That, it doesn't stop that head game. That I tell people the hardest part of this disease is the mind fuck, because it really is just bizarre. And it's hard on relationships, like I said. You know, even your friends. I lost all of my friends when I got sick, and it was because excuse me. It was because I'm trying to find a comfortable position in this chair, and it's impossible. Um, because our friends want to go out and do things, and we can't. Or we might feel okay that morning, and we go, yeah, I'll meet you there at 1 o'clock. Let's go do lunch. Let's do whatever. And by the time like 12:45 rolls around, you're thinking like, I can't do it. I can't do it. I've got to go lay down. I've got to go take a nap. And maybe once or twice people would understand if we called and canceled, but at the last minute doesn't look too good. And uh, it happens so often, and I think a lot of it is, we get stressed about it, which sounds totally bizarre, but it's like, I wonder if I'm going to get sick. I hope I don't get sick. I hope I can make it this time. I canceled on her last time. Oh, God, I can't cancel on her again. And all of a sudden, all that stress comes out, and before you know it, you've made yourself sick. It happens. And it takes a while to stop that game, because a lot of it is just, the disease mind fucks you, and you've got to mind fuck it harder right back. And because a lot of it depends on your emotions and, what you're going through mentally. I've, at first when you're diagnosed, the doctors want to see you like once a month or once every 2 weeks. And they always ask you the same stupid shit, Are you suicidal? Well, many of us are. Yeah, we are. But they act like, oh, you are? Of course we are. Don't be a dumbass. But when I lost my health insurance, I stopped going to the doctor every month. And I explained to them, why. I just couldn't afford it. So they agreed to that. And, I don't know about other parts of the world, but we have it where, like, some prescriptions, they have to see you every month in order to refill it. Narcotics are like that here. The pain medication, which I'm not on that anymore, so I don't need to go see them. The antidepressants and the anti-anxiety medications here are, I think, once every 6 months. But you have to call in every month and get your refill. The anti-anxiety, Xanax, Valium, things like that, that might be every 3 months. But the antidepressant is every 6 months. So I just, I couldn't go to my doctor appointments as regularly as most patients do. And what I found was it was better for me because the doctors didn't know shit anyway. And then they would try to tell me something, and I'm going, you're totally wrong. I talk to 500 people on a daily basis, and we're all the same, and you're going to tell me this bullshit? Don't lie to me. If you don't know, tell me you don't know. But don't lie to me. And I don't think that it was so much a lie as much as it was like, let's baffle her with bullshit so that she'll forget what the question was. Their memory sucks anyway. And it's true. So I just didn't go to the doctor as much as most people do. And I think in the long run that helped me. I had to learn to, get up and get moving. But it's hard to tell your spouse how you're feeling when, they don't believe you. I remember one time I was still not long out of, being bedridden. It was so freaking hot here, and we went to the mall. My kids and their dad. We all went to the mall as a family. And he parked really, really far away from the entrance. And there were closer spots. And I said, "What are you doing? It's so hot. Why are you parking so far away?" Because I was already getting that, like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm out of breath already. I haven't even done anything. And I'm weak. And he said, "You need to exercise. You'll feel better." And I wanted to punch him in the fucking forehead. I really did. Because at that point, I really wasn't overweight. I was chunky, but nothing like what I had gotten when they put me on the Lyrica. That was when my weight shot up. Just, horribly. So yeah, I mean, they don't understand. I mean, he parked the car and I just started crying because I knew if I make it there, I can't make it back. I'm too weak. But he didn't believe me. And of course, he shut the car off. There's no AC. I have to get out of the car. So it was cruel. And I've never forgotten that. People can be so cruel, when they don't understand what's happening to us. Like I said, you would feel better if you would just exercise. Or, yep, you just need to get up and move. You just need to move your body more. Fuck you. You would not say that to somebody who has no legs. Fuck it, dance it off. Really? How? And that's kind of how we feel when somebody tells us that, because we have no energy. It's gone. There's nothing. We're depleted. There's nothing left to give. And somebody tells you, just shake it off, go out and exercise, do some powerlifting. I don't know, that's what they make it seem like. And it's just not going to happen. So I don't know, other than, having your spouse or kids, watch some of my videos so that they can really see that, I haven't talked to you, you've, never talked to me. I don't know you. Then how do I know your situation and what you're going through? Because it's real. Because it's happened to all of us. Like I said, the support group, 400 or 500 people every day I talk to, we're all the same. There might be a little quirk here and there, but we're all pretty much the same. And that's what scares a lot of people. What I want you to do is, you can think about those other people that are still in bed, okay? But then I want you to think about me. And I'm up and around now, and I have a life. And some days it sucks balls, and I hate it, and I hurt, and I'm tired, and I'm losing my voice again, of course, because that's what happens when we go into a flare. But I'm living it, and I'm doing it. And if I can do it, you can do it. Maybe not today, and maybe not tomorrow, but you will. So there is hope. I'm not going to say we get better. Maybe we learn how to deal with it. Maybe we learn how to divide our time better. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm losing my voice, so anything that you want to know, I'm here for any question you have. Big, small, personal, not personal, doesn't matter. Ask it. I'm very, very open and honest with things, and I won't bullshit you. So put your questions down below. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. And make sure and subscribe. And if you know somebody, or you yourself are sick with fibro or lupus or chronic fatigue syndrome, make sure that you have people watch this so that they understand you. Okay? Have a good day, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.